All of you ready? You're able to see something on the board?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fine. One of the beautiful sessions which the CAPS team has planned. All the earlier years, no doubt, we used to have the regular classes, revision classes, one confidence booster session, maybe 2 days, 3 days before the examination offline. Now, seeing positivity in every negativity is the beauty of CAPS and Shetty sir. I found there is some positivity even in the unfortunate corona. So I thought, let me reach my students in the best possible way in one more method so that their life will become more beautiful and more meaningful. From that perspective, we have introduced this beautiful concept called R2R. That is a refresh to relax. Santu, recording is happening, sir. So this session is going to be, just a minute, I'll just confirm that recording is happening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So this is a beautiful session which we are going to take. So it is supposed to be 45 minutes each for the benefit of all our friends, each session. But today's session will be little extended because I'll be taking confidence booster session as well as accounts. So it will be around 1 hour session. So enjoy. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. The schedule of the session is first 10 minutes confidence booster, general talk. 45 minutes, I will wrap up the pass through the account syllabus. Let us see how well I can go through, how effectively I can go through. When I can go through the entire syllabus in 45 minutes, our friends can go through the same in next 3 days. Last 5 minutes, general, no subject specific question today. Because if you ask me question, I can definitely answer, but it will tense others. That's why we will not take. If there is any doubt, etc., you can make a list of the same. Maybe on Monday or Sunday, we can arrange a meeting, Zoom meeting, and we can take the session. Right. So you're able to, there's a movement, Rajul, Chetan? Poster is moving.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is visible now? Can you read, Chetan?
You are what you think you are.
One of the beautiful quotations of Swami Vivekananda. My dear friends, during this period, unfortunately, because of the corona, it is because of the first professional exam, most of you are writing in your life, there will be a lot of negativity, wrong thoughts will come. But believe in this statement, you are what you think you are. You are CAP student, you are Shetty sir student, majority of you, maybe some of you others also, you will become Shetty sir student because you'll be listening to me for another 60 minutes. So you are what you think you are. You think you can pass, full stop. No more thinking, no more extension of the same. One beautiful story which I read very recently, I just loved it. Valmiki was very, very proud about the Ramayana, what he wrote. By looking at him, once Narada, when he visited Valmiki's place, he said, no doubt your Ramayana is very good, but it is not as great as Hanuman's Ramayana. Valmiki was stunned. He asked, did Hanuman also write Ramayana? Narada says, yes. So immediately Valmiki says, please take me to Hanuman so that I can just see and cross-verify and compare. So they went to one place, Kadalivana. There Hanuman had written a beautiful Ramayana in 6 banana leaves. And Valmiki started reading that. After completing it, he started literally crying like a child. Hanuman asked, why is it so bad? So Valmiki said, no, it is so good that after reading your Ramayana, no one will read my Ramayana. So immediately Hanuman goes near that 6 banana big leaves. He tears it off completely. So immediately Valmiki says, what have you done? Why did you do that? So Hanuman says, I had written Ramayana for my Ram, whereas you had written Ramayana for your name and fame. For you, it may be more important than me. What you call it, Ramayana for me. For me, Ram is more important. My dear friends, next 4 exams, next 7 to 8 days, effectively 10 days. Okay, my suggestion is be like a Hanuman's Ramayana. Don't bother about Valmiki Ramayana. You have put your effort. Your objective should be pursue the passion and not marks. Hanuman Ramayana over Valmiki Ramayana is always preferred. You need to just to go and enjoy the exams. So one more important point I will tell you when it comes to enjoyment. The best 10 days of your life, the parents will be giving whatever you want, whatever time, everything is available, legally, morally correct. So lootly, but read. That is important. Don't misuse them, use them, no problem. So there are basically 3 categories of people under this category now. First one is yes, I am here to pass in first attempt. 100% they will pass. There are some category. Illappa, I mean, you're preparing for the next exam because of a katachara I'm writing. They definitely they won't pass. The most important, unfortunate people, around 10 to 20%, we are not sure whether I may or may not. Don't be in that category because you're the most unfortunate sufferers under the sky. Either yes or no. So put yourself in A category, you are going to pass. Very interesting, my dear friends. I was just calculating for this R2R session only from LKG till date. How many exams you have written? You have written 500 plus exams, class test, art test, etc. And you are successful. It is one another exam here. Just go and enjoy the examination. Okay. So very interesting statement made by CF Shetty sir. My leg is in my brain. Whenever I used to go to the classes, okay, so maybe I had some leg fracture. At that time, I used to say I have leg pain, etc. at home. But Sunday, sometimes 7 to 8 hours, I used to stand and take the class. I never used to feel that I have a leg pain. Only after the class is over, I realized, oh, I had a leg pain. So my leg is in my brain. My dear friends, same way, the pain, whatever you are feeling, okay, it might be there, but at the end of the day, don't take it to your brain. As of now, next 10 days, you have to think only about your exam. It's like one of the jokes I used to tell in the regular classes. Let us assume Chetan was going in a BMTC bus. By mistake, when the driver puts a brake, he falls on a girl. Okay, immediately that girl asks, hey, what are you doing? So Chetan says, CA Foundation at CAPS. That is the way you should be involved, immersed with the education for next 10 days. And very important. So after listening to Shetty sir, you will obviously be inspired to write accounts in a beautiful way. But my dear friends, okay, CAPS chain is as strong as its weakest link. So write all the subjects with equal importance, not just accounts, which is going to make you to be a CA foundation. Every subject is important. Confidence is the key to success. How do you get the confidence? You are prepared. That's it. So very important observation. May 20, there was no examination. So November 20, so one examination, the results of 2 exams are supposed to be out. So result will be more. So lootley, take advantage of the same. Then obviously, unfortunate COVID. So COVID is positive, people say. That's why I use the word non-negativity of COVID-19. Impact has reduced. Anganta, don't take unnecessary risk. It is not worth it. Medicine is expected shortly. Don't worry about it. Maintain distance from every person, including invigilators, best of the best friends. Exam hi, bye. All this with distance because you have to write all the examination and you should be healthy even after that. Even from the family members after coming home, maintain certain distance because one person in the family is unhealthy. So obviously 6 months goes to toss. Don't do that. And there is a rumor saying that COVID test has to be done, okay, before the exam. It is mere rumor, no such concept, absolutely no such concept. Already our CFL and CA intermediate exams, students have written the examination, no such concept. There is an opt-out scheme only for, some of you may be knowing. So you have an option of writing in January end or February 21, they said. That option is there under the opt-out scheme. That is only for COVID affected families. You don't unwantedly get into that. And second point is, unfortunately, if you fall also, it will not be very easy as the way it is because the number of students writing will be very, very less. The centers may be very, very far away. Things will be very, very tough. So my suggestion right now, earliest attempt is the best attempt and close it. And do some yoga, pranayama, whatever you are doing already. Don't try something new. Don't try something new. It is not worth it. So if you're already doing something, you do it. Some physical exercise, 20 minutes, half an hour. Many people say, sir, during exam, I didn't get time. My dear friend, do yoga. You'll get extra 2 hours for preparation. You'll be more energetic. And very important, relax relax completely, drink adequate water and eat healthy food, sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Now, what you didn't kiss in last 6 to 8 months, you cannot kiss for extra 10 days. 6 to 8 hours, aram se you sleep. What is required for your body? Don't sleep for less than 6 hours. And when you go to the exam, please wear comfortable dress. Don't go for new dresser. The normal comfortable dress. You should not be conscious about anything what you are wearing. Fine. Now, when it comes to yoga, one more point I want to tell you. They will be checking your temperature on that when you're entering the exam. My suggestion to all of you, be there in the exam center by 1 o'clock. 10-15 minutes you can relax. You can do some simple yoga. Okay, so we're like, so don't try something huge. Very slowly. Breathe in, breathe out. On 5 to 10 times you do it. And assuming for if it's a COVID related issues you have, you are a fever, don't go to the exam. Okay, you can write the exam in January or February. If you are absolutely normal, because of some other reasons, if your body temperature is more, you can do on Sadanta Pranayama. Sadanta Pranayama is keep your teeth closed and inhale through the mouth, exhale through the nose. So 5 to 10 times you do, your body will become normal. Only if your body is unnecessarily having a heat. Otherwise, don't try to do it. Don't unnecessarily get cold. It's normal agiri. 1:15 you be in the exam center. Within 1:30 you be in the exam hall. Because 1:45 they will be giving the paper. Right. Then out of 4 examination, normal trend is 1 exam may be standard. It's okay. Even if it's standard, if you'll get 50, 60 RM se pass, don't worry. And in every examination paper, 1 question may be standard. Bittaki, 125 mark question paper, first and second paper. Even if 25 marks you don't know, 100 you can still get. So if there is normally foundation, nothing will be tough. But still, if it's tough, manage the bouncer well, wait for a loose ball to hit a sixer. You can still score exceptionally well. Now, what are the do's and don'ts before we go to the exams? Maintain distance. I've already told you. Practice writing. Very important. Many of us are not having the habit of writing. So suddenly you go and write on the day examination, your hand will not move. You have a knowledge about a subject and you're not able to complete the paper within 3 hours. What is the use of that knowledge? It's of no use. So daily from tomorrow, 1 hour, write about a subject only. Keep on writing at a good pace. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ pain ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಮಸಾಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. But improve your speed. 3 hours ಒಳಗೆ subject complete ಆಗಬೇಕು. If you are not able to complete it, meaningless knowledge you have. And when you go to the exam, so especially the first 2 papers, 1:45 to 2 o'clock examination, question paper reading time will be there. What you do is, so you visualize which question you are going to start and what are the questions you are going to write. Last sheet, 5 to 10 minutes you spend. Question number 2, these are the points. Yes, on 5 to 10 minutes you spend. Later on, when you start working out, start writing the paper. So even if you miss some points, you can refer and write. Attempt extra question compulsorily. You are supposed to write 1 plus 4. I would suggest, if time permits, all the 6 questions you attempt. Extreme case, you don't have time. Last 5 minutes, everybody must keep it for writing that extra question. What should you do? Extra question number 4A, whatever the data given in the question, as it is, you write something and come. Because if something is out of syllabus, if you attempt, they will give you full mark. If you don't attempt, they will not give any mark. Write working notes properly. MCQs, analyze and write properly. 3rd and 4th paper. We have given the revision material to all of you. We use it extensively. Keep all the requirements ready by tomorrow. Don't keep it Monday evening, night, you go to the stationery shop. Keep everything ready. Writing pad, extra pens, pencils, everything. Whatever required, keep it ready by tomorrow itself. Don'ts. Unnecessary tension. Exam kaise hoga? Exam easy hoga, tough hoga. Exam will be the way it is, man. It's black and white or yellow and black. That's the color. So if it's tough for you, tough for everyone. If it's tough for everyone, the valuation will be liberal. If it is easy, valuation will be tough. So why do you bother about it? At the end of the day, exam is going to be exam. Just put your 3 hours. Karmane vadikaraste. That's it. Don't relax within that 3 hours for the first 2 exam, 2 hours for the last 2 examination. Because MCQs are only 2 hours, 100 questions in 120 minutes. Don't relax. Oh, exam is very easy. Don't relax. Exam is very tough. Don't relax. Keep on putting your effort at a good pace. Handwriting need not be beautiful, but it should be legible. Don't eat any junk food. What doesn't suit your body, don't eat for next 10 days. If you don't eat, for example, green chili doesn't suit my body. I don't eat at all. What's the big deal? After examination, eat everything what you don't like. Next anything happens, you can say, take care. One small ill health will cost you 6 months. Take care of it. And once exam is over, that's it. Come out of the exam hall. Don't discuss about the question paper. It is meaningless. Don't call for a press conference like El Jeraman sir say. Hey, what was that answer? What is the fun in discussing it? Even if your grandfather is the invigilator, we will not allow you to Go inside the exam hall and change the answer. So don't discuss it. And don't use brain as a free space. Already one mistake. I did one silly mistake. You have done it, forget it, yeah. Chalta hai. Who doesn't do a mistake? Shedisa doesn't do the mistake. Everybody does the mistake. It's okay. One small mistake happened. Baad mein gaya. Don't spoil your next day's examination by carrying forward the mistake what you committed in the previous examination. And don't start studying something absolutely new between that examination days. Accounts ke baad law. So something which you're completely left earlier, don't start. Okay. At the same time, some people would have done some extremely selective study. Be careful. Like in quantitative technique, I would have said statistics and logical reasoning 100%, then maths, some chapters you study, or maths and logical reasoning completely, then study. So where some people would have done only 2 chapters, that is not going to work out. If you have not done that, you have still do it. Maybe another 1 day you can take for that. Last 2 days you can use for accounts. But general planning is, am I too fast? Chetan, you're able to absorb? I'm going a little fast. Comfortable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So next 3 days, my suggestion is go for only accounts. It being the first paper, I wanted you to relax. Okay. So I wanted you to relax and read properly. But if you miss something substantial in other subjects, I would suggest you to cover up the same. Next, don't use extra unnecessarily mobile, etc. for next 10 days. Ali match serial. After 10 days, everything you can watch. And the target mark is 400 out of 450. First 2 papers will be 125 marks each. Next 2 papers are 100 marks. No choice will be given in MCQ. 400 is what our target. 350 plus is awesome. All India top 10 if you get intermediate caps exemption. If you're a cap student, so if you get top 10 all India, you don't have to pay intermediate fees. 11 rupees we collect. 280 plus is a distinction. At least aim for that. 250 plus also okay. CA is so easy to pass, sir. So it is easy. 3 papers if you get 70 plus, another paper 40 plus, you 50 plus, you're already a distinction holder here. Or 1 paper 80 plus, 90 plus, other paper 40 plus, you already pass CA. Aim at the moon, at least you can end up being a star. And it's the first accounts paper. Let me come to the accounts now. It's the first professional exam of your career. Anant, so much of tension. No tension required. Earlier also you wrote the exam in your hand and paper. Now also it is same. Yeah, there's no difference. Like any other hundreds of exams you have written, all the problems you had in life, you have solved. This is also one more problem. You are going to solve it. Once you cross this stone, it will become a milestone of your life. First impression is the best impression. First exam, accounts ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ extra effort. That's why I'm starting 3 days in advance. Whereas all other R2R sessions are 2 days in advance. The reason is I want you to be the best, okay, in account. 80 plus if you get in accounts, other 3 paper 40 into 3 or pass CA foundation. This is a simple technique which many people falter, many people fail to understand. So maintaining good pace is very important. Accounts being the first exam. Accounts is the high scoring paper. My target is to get 100. Each one of you should get 100, caps or non-caps. You can aim and work for it. Read question carefully. Accordingly, you answer. Merits is different from objective. Objective is different from drawbacks. You have to read the question carefully. What is the meaning of capital transaction? What is an example of capital transaction? There are 2 different questions. Understand. Working notes are very, very important. Stepwise approach is appreciated by the valuer. Final answer is also important, but steps carry more marks. Look at the way I have given. Final answer tallied, but no working steps. Working notes, you may get 50 marks. Final answer is matched for 1 or 2, but everything else you can working notes properly, you'll get to 90 plus. That is the most important requirement. CA exam, even if the questions do not perfectly match with their answer, working notes are correct, you'll get 90 plus. It's the core subject of your course, hence enjoy. Okay. Sujira MS, are you there, sir? Can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we also have our another gentleman, Sujina MS, sir. Okay, he'll be sharing his thoughts for a minute, 2-3 minutes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Good evening, friends.
Good evening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. So happy so many people are attending this session. Firstly, I would like to wish everyone all the very best. I know everyone would have prepared well. So don't worry, as sir emphasized on, don't panic, be calm. Okay. And don't worry about how and what others have prepared. Be confident of your preparation. That's all. Okay. And in this, in the next 2 days or 3 days of the time what you have, what I suggest is don't learn anything new, only if it is absolutely required, as sir said. So you just revise what you have learned and focus on what you have learned. And one suggestion what I'll give is, if time permits, write at least one mock test paper, so that you will get to know how the examination will be, and in 3 hours how much you will be able to complete, right? That if time permits, that it acts as a rehearsal for you for the examination. That is one. And the day before the exam, before you sleep, ensure that everything what is required in the examination hall, you have kept it in your bag. Because on the day, even though the exam is in the afternoon, the if you start getting what is required on the day of the exam, you might miss something important. And as sir said, don't be complacent, be focused. The same level of focus what you had till the preparation time, the same focus you should have on the exam time also. So don't be extra pressurized, don't be extra complacent, be the same what you are, and keep your mind fresh, so that you will be able to concentrate on writing the exam. That is one. And sir spoke about reaching the exam hall early, so at least be in the exam hall half an hour before the exam starts, so that you'll get used to that atmosphere. You sit on your desk, so you be comfortable there, so that once the exam starts, you can concentrate on writing the exam immediately. Up to the completion of the last exam, keep telling yourself, I shall pass CA foundation in my first attempt. I'll repeat, I shall pass CA foundation in my first attempt. So keep pushing yourselves and enjoy this wonderful festival of exam. Yeah, once again, I'll wish everyone all the very best. You will make it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So thank you, Sujin MS, one of the top scorer of our institution, one of the All India CA rank holder, brilliant student, brilliant faculty of our institute. Thank you very much, sir. Only an additional point I want to tell you, as he rightly said, only if time permits, you may write a mock test. That too, I supplement. We have already written, I think, 8 tests already. Okay. So only if time permits at this juncture. So you write and you losing confidence is not suggested. However, if your time tomorrow, you can try that. Otherwise, don't write, because you already written the mock test. I think we already double all subjects we have written it. Let us not take extra time and for that. However, if time permits and if you're completely prepared, as he rightly said, tomorrow you can try. But day after tomorrow, etc., don't do that, because it might affect your confidence. That's why that the point is only, as he rightly said, if time permits. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, this speed was okay. My speed earlier, I was at a good pace.
Yes, yes, yes.
Students comfortable?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you are able to see the screen with the import structure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll go little slow. I'll not go very slow. Now this is a circus. Now for 40 minutes, I want to cover up this entire syllabus. Let me try. Okay, so this is called breathless approach. Okay, so how to go about. So no doubt we have given you the regular material. Cap student also have been given revision material. So now I have condensed the condense. It is picture nahi hai. Trailer, almost trailer I am going to show you. Not even teaser. Trailer level of First point, the structure and special point. Question paper is for 125 marks. To write one first question compulsory, 4 out of 5. My suggestion to write all. Normally, first question has true or false with the reasoning. If you just write true or false, waste. Half a mark you may get, but with the reasoning you would write compulsorily. All other questions are for 10 to 5 marks. The important areas, everything is important. We don't suggest you to read everything, but these are the areas where compulsory they will be asked. You can glance it. I'll not read. Errors, sole proprietorship concern, then NPO, etc. Just glance it, which has been already circulated to you. Similarly, theory point of view, these are the areas which are generally asked in every exam. Problems solve with the steps, theory point wise. If there's a difference, provision versus reserve. Make a table left and right. Equity share versus preference share. Table, that's the best option. 80% of the practical paper marks are for working notes. Now I'm talking only about accounts. Attempt all the questions. I've already told you out of syllabus. Many students are. This is very, very important. Make it properly, register it properly. Okay, before I forget, no doubt for the new friends, those who are not used to it, you don't think we teach like this. Since it is a revision class, I'll be going very fast. Okay, and this material also will be circulated. If you're a non-CAPS friends, I'll be showing the WhatsApp number. You can send it. We will circulate this material also to you. Anybody, knowledge is to share. We'll share. Many students who thought after writing they will get low mark, I got 80 plus marks provided they have given the working notes properly, steps, etc. followed in a CAPS. Okay, others, whatever you have followed, you follow it. The CAPS means your non-CAPS sites also, whatever approach you learned, same approach you follow. Or C Institute material approach you follow. And syllabus is very limited. These three questions don't solve because they're limited from the syllabus: royalty, joint venture, and ratios. Can RMC score 90 plus in this paper? It may be sometimes all as easy as a second PU paper. Easy and don't be over excited. Maintain a good pace, samachitta. Okay, samachitta, and keep on writing. 80 plus in this paper plus 40% in all other papers will ensure easy pass. Be more relaxed and enjoy it being the first paper. So there's the model structure. Now coming to the accounting syllabus. Definition: RCS, recording, classifying, summarizing. By heart one definition of ACPA, because anywhere if there's a true or false, somewhere you can use this definition. There are two methods of bookkeeping: single entry and double entry. This is more systematic. Two methods of accounting: cash system and accrual system. Cash as and when you receive or pay, accrual as and when the transaction takes place. Every company, section 128 says, must follow double entry and accrual method of accounting. There's a beautiful balance sheet and P&L correction I given. All real accounts will appear on the asset side. All nominal accounts will appear in the P&L account. Only personal accounts will appear on the liability side. Some personal account with the debit balance will appear on the asset side. First point. Second one, all the debit balance must appear. So if they give a trial balance, if the debit side item, it must appear either on the asset side or on the expenditure side. That's it. It cannot appear otherwise. All liabilities and income should appear on the credit. Sorry, all liabilities and income should show a credit balance. All capital transactions will appear. Long-term transactions will appear in the balance sheet. Revenue transactions will appear in the P&L. Car purchased by Shetty sir is a capital transaction. Petrol for the same is a revenue transaction. Expense outstanding is a liability. Income outstanding is an asset. So the beautiful balance sheet go through. So personal account, real account, the same thing what I discussed there. One special point is about deferred revenue expenditure. Deferred revenue, the name only says name. So sometimes if you don't get the answer, use the English knowledge. It is a revenue transaction. The benefit is deferred, postponed for more than 1 year. Next, types of business entities, all of you know: sole proprietorship, single owner, managed by many, HF, Hindu, Jains, and Sikhs. Partnership, so 2 or more persons coming together. Company, minimum 2 and maximum 200 members. Public limited, minimum 7 and maximum no limit. LLP, it's an LLP Act of 2008, minimum 2, out of which one should be a resident in India. Fine. Accounting books, journal plus ledger. So if there are two big entity, subsidiary books plus ledger. Basic accounting process, RCS, recording in journal, including subsidiary books, classifying in ledger, summarizing, prepare a trial balance, and from there prepare balance sheet and P&L. Then golden rules of accounting, I'm sure all of you know this: personal, real, and nominal account. Subsidiary books can be as many you can: sales book, purchase book, cash book, etc. Purchase book records only credit purchase of goods. Credit purchase of goods. Full stop. Cash book can be of variety: single column, double column, triple. Double column as such means cash and discount. So true or false, get careful agree. So if they say double column with the bank, then it's cash and bank. Triple column, obviously cash, bank, and discount. Speciality of the triple column cash book is contra entries will appear. All the three types of account. Personal account is bank account. Cash account is the real account. Discount is the normal account. Discount column is normally not balanced. They are only totaled and effectively has 4 accounts: cash account, bank account, discount allowed account on the debit side, discount received account on the credit side. Petty cash book is in big concerns. For small transactions, they will have one more small cashier that is called petty cash book. The special one is impressed system, where a petty cashier will be given, let's say, 10,000 rupees at the beginning of the month. This month, if he spends 8,000, at the end of the month, he will be reimbursed with the 8,000. That means at the beginning of next month, his opening balance will be 10,000 again. Next month, if he spends 7,000, he'll be reimbursed with the 7,000. Accounting policies, etc. So accounting concepts are assumptions. Accounting policies are principles to be followed. Accounting standard 5 P's: principle, policy, practices while preparing and presenting a financial statement. In India, ICAI, our beloved Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, prescribes account standard. We have AS 1 to 29. 6 and 8 are not there. Effectively 27. So how do you select accounting policy? PSM, Peddu Shikamani. Prudence, substance over form and materiality. Fundamental accounting assumptions, 2 marks theory questions are important: going concern, accrual, and consistency. The important standards I would suggest you to go through. These are the standards. Next, certain important accounting concepts: cost concept, record fixed asset always at cost; realization at sale value; business is separate from the owner's entity; revenue should be matched with the expenses, matching concept; periodicity, normally for a year; money measurement. Only money or money's worth can be recorded in the books of account. Accounting equation, assets is equal to liability plus capital. What are the qualitative features of a financial statement? It should be easily understandable, comparable. Materiality. Materiality means important in the context. 1 rupee in a temple is big. 100 rupees in cafe coffee day is small. It depends on the context. The next chapter, bills of exchange. Are you comfortable? You're able to see this process is just to ensure that you go through the entire syllabus like this. All of you enjoy? You're able to absorb?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Not
sir.
fast, not very fast.
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm at a 5 times faster speed of Shetty sir normally, but it's okay. Enjoy. Bills of exchange is a negotiable instrument. The negotiable instrument means the ownership can be transferred from one person to another person by signing a document. 4, 5, and 6, respectively. Bills of promissory note, bills of exchange, check. Bills of exchange definition you by heart. An instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of certain person or bearer of instrument. By heart, this definition. Types of bills. I sold goods to Sharanya, commercial bill. I want loan from Prajwal, then kite or accommodation bill. Bills of exchange is prepared by me, the seller. I am called drawer, and the other person is called drawee. Once he accepts it, it will be called acceptor. Bills of exchange is prepared by the seller, whereas promissory note is prepared by the buyer. Accounting entries are absolutely same. Extreme case, example, they'll give promissory note. So you can write promissory note receivable, promissory note payable. Accounting entries are absolutely same. Fine. Treatment of the bill. So the ultimate entry for the sale is cash account debit to sales account. Bill of exchange entry, you start with the debtors to sales. Then second entry is BR account debit debtors account. Then there are 5 ways of treating the bill. Retaining the bill, discounting, endorsement, sending for collection, or retiring. That is before the maturity. In all the cases, the entry is bank account debit to BR. Paisa aa gaya to BR. If it is discounting or retirement, debit for the discount account. If it is endorsement, debit creditors account. Dishonor, always debtors account debit. Always debit what? Debtors account. Credit depends on the status of the bill. If it's retained bill to BR, discount bill to bank account, endorsed bill to creditors account. There are 5 ways of honoring the bill. There are 4 ways of dishonor. Because retired bill already they have paid the money. If you ask the money again, mucha, muka muti chachak bidtare. Next, whenever the bill is dishonored, noting. So you can go for recording the facts with an authorized person called notary public. He will issue a certificate called protest. And if the customer is asking for the extension of the period, that is called renewal. Compulsory the bill has to be honored, and all negotiable instrument. For example, I have 10,000 rupees in my bank account. I issued a check to Chetan for 12,000. The check will be either honored fully or dishonored fully. There is no concept of partial honoring of the bill. Next, in the case of accommodation bill, I have drawn a bill on Mr. Prajwal for mutual help. So special point is there will not be a credit sale entry. From there, all the entries will be there, and the discount has to be shared by the parties in the ratio in which we enjoy the funds. I enjoyed 60%, he enjoyed 40%, we should share. And before the due date, I should send the money what I enjoyed to Prajwal so that you'll make the payment to the banker, because banker is concerned, except has to make the payment. Remember, important government holidays, because due date calculation when it comes to bills of exchange, Jan 26th, Republic Day. So May 1st, Laborers Day, etc. Remember, February 14th is not a government holiday. Yeah, fine. So due date. If the due date falls on a public holiday, it should be immediately preceding working day. If it is suddenly declared holiday, immediately succeeding working day. Fine. Types of bills based on the due date. Demand bill or site bill, no grace days. After date means from the date I drawn plus 3 grace days. After site means after Sharanya accepts the bill plus 3 days. For insolvency in the books of the seller, bad debts. In the books of the buyer, it is called defi. For me, when he puts the nama to me, for me it is bad debt. For that person, it's called deficiency account. Fine. Consignment. It is the process of sending the goods. Shetty sir, the dealer in jeans pant, sends the goods to Sonali Ben, the one and the only. Consignee, I am always the owner because she gets only possession. I send the goods, I make the profit, she gets the commission. Statement sent by me is called pro forma invoice. What she replies is called account sales. Risk is always with me. Only bad debt risk can be passed on to her by giving delicate commission. So normal commission, delicate commission is for undertaking the risk of bad debt. Overriding is for reaching the target or pushing Govinda jeans pant, colorful jeans pant. Consignment stock formula is important. Cost means cost of purchase plus proportionate direct expense of the consignor plus consignee. All calculations for closing stock units. Direct or non-recurring expense, which are mainly coming in the manufacturing account or trading account, like GST on purchase, insurance, carriage inward, etc. Consignment losses can be of two types. Normal loss, which is unavoidable. Petrol, normal evaporation. Nobody can do anything. It has to be taken care by inflating the cost per good unit. Normal loss, when you do the closing stock, it should be done on a total basis. Abnormal loss arises because of the carelessness, negligence, or bad workmanship. It has to be removed from the consignment by crediting the total cost to consignment account. Valuation is same like abnormal loss. Either you can write by abnormal loss or by abnormal loss, let's say 50 lakh, or by bank account 30 lakh, by P&L account 20 lakh. Total has to be the credit. I have given the format here. This is the format which you are supposed to follow. Two opening stock, if any, normally it won't be there. Goods sent, all expense of the consignor to bank, all expense of the consignee to consignee, commission. This is the format. By abnormal loss at cost or by bank and P&L. Invoice price is the method of sending the goods at a price above the cost. Two goods sent on consignment 120, immediately buy goods sent on consignment to 20. By closing stock at invoice price to closing stock reserve at 20. Abnormal loss is always valued at a cost. So reversing the loading, we call it as rectification of errors. There are two kinds of accounting wrongs. One is called error, one is called fraud. Unintentional errors, fraud, intentional, that we'll see in the intermediate auditing syllabus. Errors can be error of omitting something complete or partially, doing adhika prasanga, commission, doing something which you should not have done. Compensating error, one mistake we are offset by another error. Errors of principle. So accounting principles are not followed. Wages paid with a normal adjustment asked. Wages paid for installation of a machinery should be debited to machinery account, but instead you're debiting to wages account. Next, rectification stages, either before trial balance, after trial balance, or in the next year, that is after final accounts. In B and C above, we get a difference in trial balance, that's called suspense account. Steps for rectification, very simple. Strictly follow these three steps. Step 1, pass the correct entry to be passed. Kya karna hai? Step 2, pass the wrong entry, already passed, that go by accountant who has done a mistake. Step 3, rectification entry, do the do, reverse the don't do. So first pass the correct entry. Let us say purchase of goods has been debited to machinery account. Correct entry, purchase account debit to cash account. You have debited to machinery. That second portion itself says what the mistake they done. Machinery account debit to cash. Cash in your right, leave it. Purchase is right, machinery is wrong. Do the do, debit purchase account, machinery reverse karo to machinery account. Whereas if this rectification, all the cases, whether it is after trial balance or whatever, entries are same, but only if the rectification is in the next year, in the third entry, all normal account cannot be reopened. So it has to be substituted by P&L adjustment account. And rectification is only when there is an impact on ledger account and onwards. Mere mistake in the journal, narration mistake, etc. Suggest them, but you don't have to do any rectification. Section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act defines the term partnership as, that's why if you remember introduction, I have not given the definition. The relation between persons who agree to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. By heart this definition again. So final accounts are same like proprietorships, trading account, P&L account. Optionally, you can open an account called P&L appropriation account to appropriate profit to the partners. There are two methods of maintaining capital. Fixed capital system, capital account and current accounts are maintained. Fluctuating capital, only capital account. Everything will be through capital account only. Additional capital is normally taken to capital account even under fixed capital system. Interest on drawings. So if it is uniform, at the beginning of each month, 6.5 months, 6 months and 5.5 months respectively for middle and end of the month. Two ratios are used. Sacrifice ratio. When there is an admission, old ratio minus new ratio. Gain ratio, retirement or death, new ratio minus old ratio. Net to goodwill of the new partner or retiring partner should always be adjusted. Admission means sacrifice ratio. Retirement or death means gain ratio. So nothing is given. Profit sharing ratio is equal. The format of revaluation account, all incomes here, increase in asset, one item, increase in asset, decrease in liability, credit side. So exact opposite item and special item, two bank account expense, difference is a profit. If the, very important, memorandum revaluation, if the partners do not want to change the figures, they want to keep the old figure, you have to prepare an account like this, prefix the word memorandum revaluation. Whatever you have done, exactly reverse here. Here, if you have got profit, give to old partners. Next, you should get a loss, you should give to all the partners. So Dissolution, your syllabus is only dissolution of partnership, that is admission, retirement, etc. Dissolution of firm will be studied in intermediate syllabus. One more small topic is life policy taken up by the firm. Taken up by the firm. I have stressed here. Premium is paid by the firm, not by the partner. Individual policy, XYZ. Whoever has XYZ assuming 60 lakh each, you have taken a policy. If X dies, firm will receive entire policy amount of Mr. X and other two partners surrender value. If it is a joint life policy, entire amount will be received by the firm. Accounting treatment, it can be read as an expenditure shown as an asset to the extent of surrender value, or you can create a reserve. Admission of a partner. What are the steps? Step 1, revaluation of external liabilities. Format I have given you. Undistributed profits, whatever is there in the liabilities or the balance sheet, general is a P&L account, distribute to partner. If it is on the asset side, that also distribute P&L account. Capital contribution, cash account debit to new partner's capital account. Goodwill treatment, this is the only entry followed because of the AS10. Bank account, if you receive the money or new partner's capital debit karo to old partners, it must be in a sacrifice ratio. Adjustment of capital, if they give in the question, nothing is given, but they tell you to do the adjustment of capital, it should be based on the new partner's capital as a base. How do you compute goodwill? There are 4 methods: average profit, super profit, annuity, all the 3 methods. Profit into number of years of purchase. Last method is number of years of purchase illa. Value of the business minus actual closing capital employed. Here there is no number of years of purchase. Here instead of value of the business is also called normal capital employed. What should I have been? Next, if it is the retirement or death of a partner, Roman number 2 it is. Steps are similar to admission, but there is no contribution of capital. But instead, retiring partners or outgoing partner capital has to be given back. And retiring partners' money, if nothing is given, transferred to loan account, even if there is sufficient bank balance, because you don't know whether what you call a bank balance is required for a working capital. But in the case of death of a partner, whatever money belonging to the partner has to be transferred to executor's account compulsorily. 2 extra points. One is life policy I have given there. Section 37, especially in the case of death. From the date of the death, if the accounts are not immediately settled, so the deceased partner is eligible for whatever the balance on the date of death into 6% per annum. Be careful. 1st July if he dies, 6 by 100 into 9 by 12 months. Don't forget the 9 by 12 months, or proportionate profit, whichever is higher. So I have given that explanation. If 31st March is the last balance sheet, if a partner dies on 30th June, from here to here, open an account called P&L suspense account for giving salary, interest, share of profit. From here to here, you have to apply section 37 supra. Retirement cum admission, steps are similar to retirement, but extra point is when the goodwill is coming, new partner's capital account debit, outgoing partner's capital account credit with the adjusting gain ratio or sacrifice ratio, and capital adjustment if they are relatives. Father is retiring, son is getting admitted, outgoing partner's capital account debit to new partner's capital account. So 1 or 2 special points. So extra amount contributed by the partner, you should be given 6% interest, and these are different names. They look similar but not same. P&L account is the final account. Appropriation account is in the case of partnership firm. P&L suspense account is in the case of a death of a partner, and P&L adjustment account is also called revaluation account. Or in the case of rectification, in the next year we open the same. Speed is okay?
Yes, sir.
Concentrate. Yeah. Final accounts. Final accounts for all it is same. Only thing is for company there is a specific format. Final account consists of, if they ask you specifically manufacturing account, or trading P&L account, appropriation account for balance sheet. Cash flow statement, general theory, it is not there in the syllabus. Direct expense I said, bad debt B plus N minus O. So you should be on the good corrected debtor. Discount expense is D plus N minus O. Discount is always on the good debtors. And RDC is normally not considered because of the prudence. Expenses, if it is a cash system, as and when you receive your pay, accrual system, actually paid, add outstanding at the end. One item outstanding at the end is added, outstanding at the beginning is deducted. Prepaid at the beginning is added, prepaid at the end is deducted by the format. When expense is incurred, provision is, amount is unknown. Raw material consumption formula, glance it. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Same way, cost of goods sold, opening stock of finished goods, there it is raw material, plus production minus closing stock. Contingent liability, a liability which may or may not arise based on uncertain future events, pending court cases. They will be shown outside the financials as a notes to account. Then employer and employee will contribute 12% for provident fund. ES side is 3.25 and 0.75. Employer's contribution is like a salary added to salary. Employee contribution is a liability. Next, entry for free distribution of samples. Advertisement account debit to purchase account. Intangible assets, you can see, you cannot touch, but you can certainly feel they are real, whereas fictitious assets are unreal assets, like preliminary expenditure, underwriting commission, etc. Company accounts, these are the important sections which I suggest you to go through it. 220 company definition of finance statement, just go through it. Okay. And important schedules at your level. One, memorandum and article. 2 is about depreciation. 3 is about balance sheet, and this you must know. Schedule 3 compulsory write somewhere if there is a 2-mark question of a true or false. Types of shares. Preference shares, where they have preferential right over dividend and repayment of capital. Normally they issue for 20 years. Infrastructure companies with 30 years. Ordinary shares or equity shares are other than preference shares. Two important documents, MOA and AOA. No class. What is no class? Name, class, objectives, capital, liability, association, and situation. The 6 clauses in the memorandum. AOA, internal management document. This is a financial statement format we'll see at the end. Next, issue of shares. Premium, no restriction of whatsoever nature. For discount, you cannot issue shares at a discount. However, if it is sweat equity share to the employees, you can do that. For reissue, no restriction on discount amount. What an entry for issue? Application stage, only entry, bank account to share application account, author debenture application. Whatever is the application, you take it. Allotment stage, first transfer to share capital, then you pass a due entry, share allotment account debit to share capital, discount is debited, premium is credited, and receipt entry. So then call stage similar to the allotment entry. Summary of the above. Ultimately, bank account should be debited, share capital credited, always face value called up. Discount is debited, premium credited. Only important, only at application stage, first receipt entry, then transfer entry. All of the subsequent stages, first due entry and then receipt entry. Security premium is normally at allotment stage. Discount is always at allotment stage. So normally she's my girlfriend, okay. Normally she's my wife is not okay. Normally she's my girlfriend, okay. She's always my wife, important. Very good. Discount is always at the allotment stage. Pro rata allotment, proportionate allotment. 10 lakh shares are issued. 14 lakh people are asking for the shares. Enna pandrathu? Proportionately issue. So they will be giving you the ratio. Excess money adjusted towards allotment or call as the case may be. If there are calls in areas, shareholders are poor fellows. That's why interest is only 10% per annum. Whereas if the calls in advance, they have paid extra money. Interest, the maximum rate of interest of the note market, it is 12% per annum. Fine. Next. So forfeiture entry, extremely important. Share capital account debit with the, so when you issue the share capital is credited. When you forfeit, share capital account should be debited with the amount called up. Securities premium account debit, if and only if not collected. To calls in arrears with the amount of arrear. To forfeited shares account with the amount already collected. To discount on issue of shares with the discount, compulsory to credit. Security premium you cancel only if it is not collected. Whereas discount compulsory to cancel. This or this. Reissue entry, bank account debit, discount on issue of shares. If original discount is given, share forfeited account or the forfeited shares account balance discount to share capital to premium. After reissue, amount lying in the forfeited shares account related to the reissued share transferred to capital. Next, debenture. It is an instrument acknowledging the debt. It is a sala loan. Carry sala. It carries fixed rate of interest whether there is a profit or not. Debentures are normally secured. Fixed building is given or floating charge, current assets. Collateral security means additional security issued. Suppose if you are not able to repay out of the building, etc., this will come into picture. You may pass an entry debenture suspense account to debenture account, or just within the bracket on the liability side, you can show collateral security issue. Issue entry for debenture based on terms of redemption. Normal entry is same like issue of shares, but if terms of redemptions are decided at the time of issue itself, all entries are same. Pass normal entry for issue. Insert an extra concept called loss on redemption, loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium payable on redemption only when the premium redemption is at a premium. Fine. And discount and interest is always as a percentage of the nominal value. Infosys today market value will be 1,000 rupees. So if they say 10% dividend, it is not 1,000 into 10 rupees. 10%, it is 5 rupees face value Infosys share, I am telling you, into 10%. It is only on face value. Next, moving on to the stock related item, sale on approval return basis. Now, Chetan is one of my very good customers. I have brought some new TV. I wanted to give him, I want to sell. He says, no, sir, I already have a TV. I said, no, it's a very good TV. Just take it, use it. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, give back. That's called sale on approval return basis. So it has to be recorded as a sale either on approval or the time, 1 month, 2 months, whatever you get, whichever is earlier. Sales is always at sale value. Closing stock is at cost. And method of accounting, if sent occasionally normal sales, once in blue moon, frequently you can maintain a journal itself with 4 columns. When it's sent numerously, you have to maintain 2 separate books, sale return day book and sale return journal. And that is important for us for the next chapter. Inventory. Inventory means the items in which you deal. So it can be raw material, work in progress, finished goods, stores and consumables. Even general loose tools, they are also inventory. It is physically verified and valued. Physical verification continuous or once in blue moon, once in a year, periodic. Cost formula suggested by AS to FIFO or weighted average. Inventory has to be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is less, on an individual basis, not on a total basis. So sari, 100 rupees, 120, whichever less. Pant, 300 rupees, 305, whichever is less. That's the way you should do it. Physical verification should do on balance sheet date. But for some reason, if you could not do, then assuming 10th of April kiya aapne, or 25th March. So from there, you have to arrive at 31st March. From 25th March to 31st March, add net cost of purchase less cost of sales alla, because sales is at a selling price. If it's 10th of April, whatever the sales which you have made from 1st April to 10th April, cost of sales you add, purchase you may have to minus. Profit, very important. 1/4 on cost is equal to 1/5 on sale. Be careful with this invoice price connection. Inventory should also include stock lying with the consignee, because consignee ka baap ka maal nahi hai, mera baap ka jeans pant hai, and stock lying with the prospective customers under the previous chapter. Yeah. Next, depreciation accounting. I had one session before this session. That's why I just want to regain energy. Okay. Depreciation, the permanent, continuous, graduous, continuous. Continuous, the spelling continuous. Okay. Decrease in the value of continuous, decrease in the continuous, decrease in the value of depreciable asset. Fixed asset. Land is a fixed asset, but it's not a depreciable asset. Machinery is a fixed asset as well as depreciable asset. It's a compulsory depreciation for companies are given in schedule number 2. Useful lives are given. WDV is suggested because initial period depreciation will be more, repairs is less. Subsequent period depreciation is less, then repairs will be more. That's an equitable chart. That's why WDV is always the best. Depreciation formula is equal to cost minus estimate scrap by life. So factors influencing the amount of depreciation, these 3 factors. Higher the cost, higher the depreciation, higher the life, lower the depreciation. Causes of depreciation, wear and tear. Harkolodu. Yeneke, harkolake. So usage, efflux of time, obsolescence, change in fashion or technology. Methods of accounting as per AS10 only 3. SLM, WDV and units of production method. Other methods, depreciation fund, sum of digit method, etc. Next, now any change in the method depreciation, SLM to WDV accounting policy change into. Now any change in depreciation, SLM to WDV rate depreciation, all accounting estimate change, it has to be done prospectively, future dated. Also, there's a concept called component method of depreciation, where it is based on the useful life of the asset. Helicopter, aircraft, so life of the engine may be 10 years divided by 10. Body will be separately divided by 6 years. Amortization is for intangible asset or fictitious asset. Depreciation is for depreciable asset. Depletion is for wasting assets like mine. Next, BRS. I have a account with Canara Bank. Cash book bank column. Banker will be maintaining one passbook, my own account duplicate. Those balances should match. If they do not match, you have to prepare a statement that's called BRS. It is not a rectification statement. It is a statement explaining the reasons for differences. They can be prepared in 2 ways. Normal BRS by considering all errors, etc. Or amend the cash book for the mistake what I have done and prepare the BRS for other transactions, like check issued but not presented. No one's mistake. Prepare a BRS. Reason for the difference may be check issued, check deposited, banker has charged, I have not done, blah, blah, blah. My suggestion, there are 4 ways of preparing BRS, but still I suggest you to go by only one approach. Start with the bank balances per cash book. All these items have to be add, all these items minus. If they give you negative balance, bank balance per cash book, you write within the bracket, then do the same adjustment. Whereas if it is a passbook balance given, even you can start with the same. Bank cash book debit balance means passbook credit balance. Accordingly, you can apply that. The penultimate topic, non-trading concern. So a concern which is not involved in the trading activity, CAPS Foundation, we have a charitable institution, okay, where we do a lot of charitable activity. So in that case, the final accounts consist of receipts and payments account, cash summary, opening balance of cash and bank, all receipts, all payment, closing balance, which year it belongs to, baad mein gaya. I&D account is equal to P&L account prepared on accrual basis. Balance sheet is the normal balance sheet. Professionals may prepare receipts and payments account R&E. Be careful. Normally they don't ask, but still be careful. R&E is not equal to R&P, is equal to I&E account. incomes are reversed. Just general knowledge you have. Consider entrance fees. If you have to enter into CA club, you have to prepare CA foundation inter final exam ke baad you have to pay. That is normally once in a lifetime for you, but there are a lot of members who are joining. It can be capital or revenue, depending upon the material amount, whether the amount is substantially huge, substantially low, you can take capital or revenue, but give a note. Membership fees is always revenue. Life membership once in lifetime capital. Donation, specific donation. Donation for a building is a capital receipt. General donation is a taken to revenue. Legacy, if a person, if he writes a will and transfers to the foundation or the charitable institution, that's called legacy, it's a capital receipt. Very important. Revenue receipts are taken to I&D account. Capital receipts are taken to the balance sheet. If the general one added to capital fund, if they're specific, like a building donation fund, it has to be kept separately on the liability side. The last topic, average due date and account current. So when there are, with one party, there are so many transactions, different due dates, we find out that average due date, mean due date, where neither of the party loses or what you call earns extra interest. That date is called average due date. In calculating those dates, either starting date or due date has to be counted. One of them, not both. Account current is a statement of a ledger account where transaction between two parties. Account of the current account transaction has to be shown. Red ink interest is also called negative interest. If the due date is falling outside the closing of the financial period, that will be written the red ink. That's called red ink interest. Format of the financial statements, you just glance it. So I made a beautiful analysis. Sri Rama and Sita necessary for capital. So Rama used monkeys, long and deferred operation with the help of Lakshman, shortly triumph over Sri Lanka. So equity, these two items you leave it. Non-current and current, long-term borrowing, short-term borrowing, other long-term liabilities, other current liabilities, long-term provision, short. Deferred tax liabilities are always non-current. Trade payable is always current. Same way, friends, new life in capital. Friends, near and dear one, loved one and all. Fixed asset. Now, fixed asset has to be written as PPE, property, plant, and equipment. Don't use the word fixed asset now, even though the format is like that. You use the word PPE. It can be TICKY, tangible, intangible, capital work in progress. Capital work in progress means capital expenditure work in progress, building under construction. Then non-current investment, etc. Then current assets. The most important one is ITC, inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent. Normally, if it is less than or equal to 12 months, it is short term. More than 12 months, it is called long term. Statement of P&L. P&L खाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? रोटी. So start with ROTE, rote. Revenue from operation, other income total. Then expenses. If you remove, you get PBEET. Keep on removing one by one item. Exceptional item, extraordinary item, tax. That will give you profit after tax. Discontinuing operation may not be there in the syllabus. Then end with the EPS. So whatever I said, Sri Rama and Sita necessary for capital, the acronyms are printed here. You can obviously go through it. Okay. Balance sheet, equity, and assets and liabilities are current and non-current. Now fixed assets are called PPE. In P&L account, revenue from operation, other income, total expenditure. Remove kare to PBET aayega. Keep on removing one by one item, you'll get profit of tax. And the next 5 years, you are compulsorily supposed to disclose if the shares are issued for consideration other than cash. Example, bonus issue. Bonus shares as such, shares bought back has to be shown for next 5 years. So these are the suggestive material and not a conclusive material. Fine. So just to conclude the session. Fine. Enjoyed? So the bullet train, how was it? You enjoyed?
Yes, sir.
In a
Yes, sir.
matter of 40 minutes, my dear friends, entire syllabus I went through. Not an easy job. So there's an interesting statement. It says, if you want me to speak for half an hour, give me 10 hours to prepare. If you want me to speak for 1 hour, give me 5 hours to prepare. If you want me to speak for 2 hours, give me 1 hour to prepare. If you want me to speak for hours together, I'm ready right now. Exactly what is required for you. You have to write everything in 3 hours. That's why your preparation should be at the best. So for me, so now taking this session is not a big deal, but the preparation is definitely, because everything I have to cover in 45 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, I am successful. I hope it was useful. Little fast we went because there's the way, because I don't want to waste your time. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow, my dear friend. Yes, maybe little bit of disturbance, etc. Maybe there, this problem, etc. Enjoy the pain. That's not a big deal. So to conclude, a desire changes nothing, a decision changes something, but a determination changes everything. Chetan, if there are 10 frogs on the fence of a well, ಅಥವಾ compound ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ಈ ಊರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಾವಿ ಕಟ್ಟೆ, if there are 10 And out of that, 9 of them decided to jump to the well. How many are left out? Anyone? How many are left out on the fence?
0, sir.
All 10, because they have only decided, they are not jumped. They are not decided, they are not jumped. So you all have a desire to be a CA. You have made a decision to be a CA, but now the next 10 days, so you April month or somewhere July month, some of you, you had a desire to be a CA. So you had make a decision. Yes, you have joined CA. Now what matters is determination. Next 10 days, come what may, it rains or whatever it may be, I am going to write the examination. That's what the plan we have. So next 10 days, especially for you people, you know I don't use the mobile, but this mobile of office is available to me. If there's an emergency, etc., you can use and you can call me and we'll send. And non-capsites, if you want this material, I'll be sharing. For the capsites, anyway, we'll share in the group itself right now. Then when you can meet the God directly, where to settle for Pujari? I know there are some people, this has not been done anybody in the country till there. But now by looking at some people might copy this, but original to original hai. So because most of the teachers who are teaching at CAPS are gurus of gurus. I don't think you need to again waste your time in attending this session, but because it's not the time for to attend all those things, don't waste your time. Okay. And there are sessions which are planned Monday evening. That Monday evening at 9:15, I'll meet in Zoom only for 10 to 15 minutes. One day before that, on 15 minutes, hi bye ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಯ್ ಬೈ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you can join for 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be sharing that. Even non-capset, yaar because join agbodu. Knowledge is to share. Okay. And IPCC registration ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. For all of you, seats are reserved. After CA foundation exam, we'll discuss about it. So look at the planning here. So I have taken a session today accounts. So Tuesday your accounts exam gets over 5 o'clock. Don't discuss anything with anyone. Just come home. How was the paper? Reasonably good. That's it. Come home, relax, and half an hour, 1 hour you want to do whatever you do. Masti karo kya. Tell your parents also exam was easy, tough easy. Yen tension togolangilla. Relax. 7:30 sharp. We will be having a 45-minute session on that day for the next examination by the great Rajiv sir, Mehul sir, and Panika ma'am. So law and English. Then law exam gets over on 10th. Same day you have Nishan sir session, and next on the day of maths exam gets over in the evening. It will be Yuch sir, Divasri madam, and Rajiv sir. All of them are coming, so that you'll be what you call happy about seeing all of them, isn't it? That is the plan what we have. Fine. So one more important point is, see, especially you are writing for the first time. Okay, so obviously don't think about your how many exams, how the exam, etc. Relax and chill. Now we'll be sending one Google form. Maybe around 5 minutes after the session, I'll be sending it. My suggestion to all of you, you can fill it up and send it. It may take 30 seconds. Because during the result time, sir, my roll number is not found, my SRO number is not matching, etc. Correct roll number and SRO number you send. 2 reasons. One is during this exam time, if you have an issue, I may be able to help you out somewhere. Second one is tomorrow when the results are out, if you are not able to get the result, sometimes it happens withheld, I'll be able to contact. So your caps or non-caps, you can send that detail. So I'll be sharing that link in another 2-3 minutes. You can please, send it. Next, even not all of you can subscribe for YouTube channel of CAPS. Why? Because whatever educational matter happening, you'll get automatically some notification. That's why it is suggested. Very important, temperature, etc. You keep on perfect control before you go to the exam hall. Because if your temperature crosses 99.5, even if you have a normal heat in your body, they will not allow you inside. You cannot blame anybody tomorrow. CST has taken brilliant steps. You can't help it. Then, fine. So, with this, we will be concluding the session. All of you enjoyed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How was the session?
Yes, sir.
45 minutes only. We have 45 minutes. 15 minutes, you have spoken general story also. No? Enjoyed the session, all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what is the objective of this session? Objective is I went through the entire syllabus. I'll be sharing the material in another 5 minutes. So next 3 days full prepare agi. Night correct malkodi, 6 to 8 hours malkodi. Don't overstretch. Okay. And how much ever you can prepare. Don't try to do something new now. Don't try to do something new. Next 10 days, take extra care of health. Please carry umbrella, raincoat, etc. So it is very hot. Doesn't matter. One of the CA intermediate examination, morning it was very, very hot. Evening it was heavily raining. That's why please do not take any risk with the weather. take extra care. Next 10 days, extreme important as far as your health is concerned. Area, fine. So,
Yes, sir.
and what do you call ticking the paper, etc. Black pen is suggested. Black pen only I think is suggested for you. All those things you go through your hall ticket, because what I understand in the hall ticket they're given a detailed information about that, and accordingly you have to plan. So just to conclude, okay, whom do you like? One small joke, okay. Which actor you like the most? It should be definitely the greater Amitabh Bachchan. Why? In KBC, he makes you to earn money. Then he tells you to go to Kalyan Jewelers and purchase jewelry. Then after doing Sala, etc., you may have to go to Muthoot Finance and take the loan. Full Monday bisi, Tale bisi, apply Navaratna oil, Tanda, cool. All advertisements of greater Amitabh Bachchan. Artha aita? Aste. So
Yes,
with
sir.
this will be, yeah. So with this, I'll be concluding the session. Anyone, whoever wants to talk, you can stay back in the Zoom. Thank you, one and all. Special thanks even to our non-caps friends, all of you. Okay, welcome. And IPC class will be starting only after your foundation results are announced somewhere in January, and until then, relax and chill. But anyhow, registrations have started. After your foundation exam, you can think about it. And best education at the best possible way, we are going to do it at even at intermediate final level. So thank you, each one of you. God bless you, especially my YouTube viewers. Okay, all the best. Pass with IMAS. God bless you. Keep rocking, each one of you. Cap student or non-cap, for me, all our students pass with high 400 out of 400 will be the happiest person on earth. Okay. Thank you, one and all. God bless you all. Anybody want to talk? You can stay back in the Zoom. Thank you, one and all. God bless you all.